Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting episode of me reviewing some things. Today I have the Retron 5, as you can see here. The Retron 5, for those of you who don't know, is basically, it's a system, it's one system that can play your Game Boy games, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Nintendo, Famicom, Genesis, Mega Drive, and Master System games with the addition of a power-based converter. This is pretty much the cheaper answer, I would say. Not the cheapest, but definitely a cheaper answer to upscaling your retro games so that way they work on an HD TV. I've been doing a lot of research on this system. I've been reluctant to get it. I've been a little hesitant. I didn't want to get it at first because I was like, well, I understand what it is. It's basically an emulation system. It rips the ROMs from the game, so it's not using original hardware, but it is a way to be able to play these games with the cartridge at least and the controllers on a big screen on an HD TV. So I went ahead and bought it just so that way I could, I could do that and then see if it is worth the money. They're about $140 new. You can probably find them a little bit cheaper somewhere else. I bought mine at my local video game store. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So first off the box, it's a very nice looking box. It's a very, sleek kind of looking box. It's made by Hyperkin. The only problem with this box is I have the all black version and it kind of disappears into the background of the box. Now you can't tell because through the camera it doesn't look as bad, but in real life it kind of disappears into the box a little bit. So that's one thing that maybe they should have changed, is the color of the box for which system that you have. It does include a wireless controller that a lot of people say it's either hit or miss for a lot of people, so we'll see about that. But it also allows you to hook up your regular controllers to it, 2 NES ports, 2 SNES ports, and 2 Genesis ports, which is nice. Oh shit! Oh, now it's broken. So graphical user interface, original controller ports, audio, video, enhancement, high definition output, multiple system compatibility, and wireless controller. So it basically tells you everything on the front of the box that says, hey, this is what we're all about. If you turn it over, it's got a little bit more information on it and what it is all about. It tells you the things it can play. It talks about Game Boy Color, things like that, right up here. So it tells you everything we already see. It shows you some pictures up here. It shows the Game Boy Advance, a Master System controller, a Nintendo controller, Super Nintendo, and a Genesis controller. So, but it can play Game Boy Color and Game Boy games on it. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, and let's get this thing open. So, a little bit difficult for me. I have an injury to my hand, so please excuse the bandage. It's not... What the... This thing's like an impenetrable fortress. So... Open it up. Oh, okay, there we go. Put the box down. Alright, so everything's bubble wrapped. Looks nice. Looks like first we have power. And it looks like it's a change, so you can change it for whatever region you're in. Got some different power plugs in here. Okay, cool. So it looks like this is the controller. Like I said, everyone says this is either hit or miss. I've never held one before, so feels like micro switches in there, which is nice. I really love the sound of micro switches. I'm just a little concerned about accuracy for platformers, because it is a stick and not a directional pad, but I guess we'll find out later. It doesn't feel too bad. A lot of people say that it sucks because the way it's designed is designed to fit inside the system, and so it's not comfortable, but it doesn't feel too bad. It really feels like I could play with this controller for a while and not have it be any problems. Little H down there, I assume for Hyperkin. It says Retron 5 on it. And it has a little tiny port there, so I assume maybe you can charge it. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to check it out. But I like it. It looks really nice. I really love that micro switch right there. That'd be really nice to play like Link to the Past or any of the Zelda games. are like Mario. What's that? Fuck. Mario RPG. So there we go. The controller, not bad. I really enjoy it. So that's not a problem for me. If it was a problem for anyone else, they could just use their original controllers. Here we go. So this looks like the cables for it to hook that up. Keep moving on. We have an HDMI cable. You know, HDMI. Nothing much to say there. And last but certainly not least, the console itself. So let's take a look, see what we got. Okay, so there's the front of the console here. Shows you what games you can play. I know that these light up. They have little lights. It's got your Famicom slot, your NES slot, your SNES slot, and your Genesis slot. I assume... Did it say Super Famicom on it? I assume it would, and it would just go inside the Super Nintendo slot. So that's probably how that works there. This part in the back is for your controller, I believe. Is it? Kind of looks like shit back there. Am I doing it right? Yeah. Okay, whatever. It fits. It's cool looking, I guess. Let's see. On the sides, you have your controller ports. You have your, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and Genesis controllers. Looks like in the front here is your Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color slot right there. All in all, it doesn't feel too bad. It actually feels pretty sturdy. The back here, what is that? Memory. So there's where your SD card can go. I know that there's a way to update it, firmware updates and things like that. USB. This has got to be for your controller to charge it, I assume. Your AC and your output. So that's not too bad. And then what else you got in here is just some instructions, things like that. There's not a whole lot that comes with the system because it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it comes with its controller, so you're not, so you don't have to worry about that. It's ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and hook this up, and we're going to go ahead and see if it is worth, the $140 I paid for it. So stay tuned. Okay. So I've got view of everything. I've got some Nintendo, some Super Nintendo, I've got a Famicom, some Game Boy Advance games, and all that. So first I'm going to go with Super Mario Bros. 3. I know that I cannot play these because of bullshit, but I'm going to play it anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put it in there. It automatically detects what I want to play. It says NES, and now it says Super Mario Bros. 3, so I'm going to hit play, and let's see. Change stuff in game. Like, I think maybe you have to use the fucking controller there. Okay, well. Turn that down. God damn it. Okay, anyway. So it seems to be controlling pretty good. I haven't noticed any input lag, which is nice. That's like my biggest thing, is the input lag, and seems to be working quite well, actually. It looks good. Colors look good. I can't change any settings on it right now because the controller, I guess, is still charging. So I don't really know how to go back, I guess. Okay, that shuts it down. Is there any way to go back without using the fucking controller? That's pretty shitty. get out. So let's go ahead and try a Famicom game. Now this isn't a licensed Famicom game. This cartridge comes with a PowerJoy console. It's the only Famicom game I have right now, so I don't even know if it'll work or not. Let's see if I can get this freaking controller to work. Why is it saying player 2? Unknown cartridge. Okay, so I can't really figure out what the hell I'm trying to play here. God damn. Ah! Boy, it really holds on to that, doesn't it? So, let's go ahead and play another Nintendo game, Gauntlet. Just testing the compatibility, because I know that some of these systems won't play unlicensed games, and I don't know if this is an exception. So let's find out if it will play Gauntlet. It says it's Gauntlet. Let's find out. Sometimes it'll play, but it'll fuck it up. Must be the warrior. Good. It looks like it's working fine, which is nice. I have a Generation NEX console, and it does not like this game. The whole thing will be fucked up. Is there a way to get back to the home screen without, like, a reset button? I really wish there was. Without having to shut down the whole system. Because without that controller, that's what I have to do each time. Shut down the system and turn it back on. Anyway, so it plays Gauntlet, which is nice. Because, like I said, my other... I do have a regular Nintendo, so let's not, you know, be like, well, why just get a regular Nintendo? Yeah, I have one, and it's a bitch because you have to I replace the pin connector. It's old, whatever. So I have a Generation NEX, which, if you don't know, it plays Nintendo games and Famicom games. It does not like that game. It fucks it up. It glitches it out every single time. So let's go ahead and go into Super Nintendo territory. So right now I have RoboCop vs. Terminator. The only reason I'm using this one as my example is because I know this one has a hard time emulating. For some reason, don't know why, but it does. So I'm going to see if it works well on this, which would be nice, because I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy this game. Nice. It's fun. I have not played the Genesis version, but this should be good. No card inserted. You sure about that? Oh. Okay. Well, I jiggled it. What is game menu? Game specific settings. That's nothing. Cheats. Copy save to Retron. Copy save to cart. Settings. Image filter. Oh, you can change those thingies in there, which is kind of neat. Oh, you already been through all that. Okay, let's play it. There it goes. I don't understand that. Alright. Uh-huh. Again, it still has problems emulating this game. I'm not 100% sure why the flickering that's going on is not supposed to be there. If that helps it. Nope. I don't do it. Huh. Not 100% sure why it does that. Huh. Let's at least go to another level. The controller's not bad. It feels good, I guess. That little weird flicker thing. Mad. But it only does that in a level. It doesn't do that there. Maybe it's just that level. Maybe it just doesn't understand. You see that? It's fucking weird. I wonder what happens if you get to like a level that's not all dark and weird like that. Yeah, I know, you're thinking, hey, what the hell are you doing cheating like that for? It happens. There he is, big old boy. It's still doing that weird flicker thing. It's playable, I guess. I don't know. Get the fucking ladder, you weirdo. Future again. Oh, I switch it. There we go. Well, okay, so that's not, it's not really looking the way it's supposed to, so perhaps just pull that out of there. Does it give a shit? Does that break it? Alright, so let's go ahead and try a Super FX game, Star Fox. See how well it works. See how well it looks. I I'd say it's probably a lot easier to play these ship games with this type of controller. Oh no, not training! No! Go to the game. There we go. Let's go. Let's do it. Emergency, 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 emergency. Fire, prepare for launch. Here we go. Not normal how I play the other fucking Star Fox games. I'm running shit. It's a little awkward. Just because like the buttons, they don't say ABXY, so like every time I look down, I'm like, oh fuck, I got my hands on the wrong buttons because there's like 6. See, like I'm trying to boost, but I wasn't pressing the right one. Holy shit! I've never been good at Star Fox. Well, you know what? Let's try some scan filters or whatever. Not scan filters, but... Oh, that one looks like barf. Not bad. Like some look a little bit clearer. Bam! See what the other filters look like. Oh, wow. A little bit smoother. I'm not sure how I'm digging that. It's not too bad. Makes the chips look better. Ow! Alright, let's see. Nope. That one looks like garbage. Blurry. Super blurry. Do the scan lines. Oh. Still suffers from that fucking slowdown. Like, whenever there's so much shit going on, it's like horrible. It's like almost impossible to play. Ah, fuck. Okay, well that is Star Fox. So it plays about the same on the Super Nintendo, so I'm not upset about that at all. They're easy to get out. Doesn't really hold on to those games. Alright, now let's go to the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color. So first let's try Game Boy Advance E.T. for the Game Boy Advance. I was just curious as to how it would make it look, kind of blowing it up like this, if it still looked good, resolution-wise. Come on, I want to be E.T. I know there's like a way to... God damn you, frog. it doesn't play too bad, I guess. It's a little weird looking, but what do you expect? It's a Game Boy Advance game. So let's go into Game Boy territory. Well, it knew that quick. Just a hey, wow! Okay. A little difficult to play with this controller here. But I mean, this game never really controlled that well in my opinion. Wonder if there's any... It still has the same filters and scan lines, so there's nothing like different. I wonder if there's a way to like change... the controller layout, that way it's more natural. Yay! Oops. Damn. That plays nice. It looks alright. Getting used to this controller for this game is a little wonky, but I'm sure it's nothing I couldn't adjust to. So there's Game Boy. And now we're going to try Game Boy Color. Taking its sweet ass time with this one. Okay. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the Game Boy Color. Ah. What? This is not my save file. Let's see if let's see if the filters make this look any better. Oh fuck. Oh shit. What happened? Hello? I don't think it worked too good. Okay. So you can change that, which is cool. Well, I mean... Oh gosh. Whoa. The problem is I don't know which one is A and B. Oh, okay, so that's that. Alright, cool. So, I mean, power off the system. Is it still charged with it plugged in? I don't know. Anyway, so that is the Retron 5. All in all, not terrible emulation system. So, pick one up. I don't really agree with the price point, honestly. So, you know, maybe if they drop the price a little bit or the price does go down, then pick it up. But at this price, probably not. Doesn't mean I don't love it, because I really do. I really love it. It's just there's some things, some kinks in it. I'm not sure if things will be fixed with later firmware updates or whatever, or how they go about it. But it's really nice to have one console hooked up to your TV that you can play multiple different systems on, so that way you don't have to, you know, break out every individual system, have it all hooked up, things like that. So I enjoy it for what it is, and hopefully, you know, hopefully it works out later on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If so, you know, leave a like, comment down there if anything you want to comment about, any things that I didn't address that go on with this console, because like I said, I just opened it and I'm just playing it, so I don't really know 100% what this is about. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.